Check. Gonna take these off for this one. If you're a musician feeling stuck in your development, maybe you're playing the same 3 licks on every solo, can't complete your compositions, whatever those blockages are, this video is going to eradicate them. We're talking about harmonic rhythm. In this video, I'm going to explain exactly what harmonic rhythm is and why it is the most important concept that you need to understand. If you don't know me, I'm Blake Hawley. I've helped hundreds of guitarists unlock comprehensive musical fluency by showing them the same thing that I'm going to show you in this video. So what is harmonic rhythm? Harmonic rhythm refers to the amount of time that a chord can occur before the next chord in the sequence occurs. So for example, one of the most ubiquitous harmonic rhythms of all time, the good old-fashioned 1-6-2-5. Right away, you pretty much completely understand harmonic rhythm, right? You see that each chord change lasts for 2 beats. Your ability to express that harmonic rhythm is the foundation of all of your harmonic fluency. The trap you might fall into is that you're trying to study way too many forms, way too many harmonic rhythms, and you're not even really sure exactly what to do with regards to harmonic rhythms. You need to simplify everything. You need to drill all the way down on one form. And I'm going to show you the turbo booster, as we like to call it, that's going to set up that entire practice system. Because if you're not practicing harmonic rhythm every day, what are you actually doing? Like, am I right? Seriously, in the comments. All right, so what do we do with the harmonic rhythm right here? First thing we need to do is hear the form. Hear it. That means it's ingrained in our mind's ear, like a map. That map is essentially the pacing of the harmony within a given form. The pacing of the harmony. So here's the pacing. That hilariously simple rhythm is perfectly effective in ingraining the harmonic rhythm. And now you hear it, I hear it, we've ingrained it. That's step 1, right? See how much freaking progress we just made here? I want to pause because what I just demonstrated is literally the keys to the kingdom of boundless creative awareness. Yet, most musicians who are stuck completely overlook this basic concept. And I suspect you may be overlooking it because it seems so simple. You're thinking, okay, he's playing open root position triads through the harmonic rhythm. Easy, I can do that. Exactly. Of course you can do it, but you're not doing it. And you're wondering why all of your licks sound repetitive and tired and don't lock in to the underlying harmonic rhythm. Clearly, something is missing in your playing, and I'm about to explain exactly what it is in this video. But you literally need to put all of your preconceived notions about music aside if you want this lesson to take effect, because this lesson has come up for you before, and the reason it didn't take effect previously, the reason your solos are still incoherent rambling, is because you literally think this concept, that thing I just did, is beneath you. I've talked to enough of you guys to know, but at the same time, I've seen enough of you guys bust it sky high simply because you were just like, wait, okay, I'm actually just gonna do the thing that I know I should be doing. Like finally somebody took the time to explain exactly what I was already thinking. See, what you need to understand is harmonic rhythm can be infinitely complex. And you probably listen to music that has way more complex harmonic rhythms than this. What you haven't done yet is understood the full scope of the implications of this little form. And since you don't understand the full scope of the implications here, then when you're lost in like Holdsworthian forms, forget about it. Cooked. It's over, right? Because forms become asymmetrical. Harmonic rhythms become asymmetrical. When you throw in some asymmetry that's not like this, well, things start to get a little loony. So that's why you always go back to that hilariously simple practice. Because you're going to take that exact thing and run it through your Holdsworth form if you got to learn it, or run it through your own psycho asymmetrical nightmare form that you wrote, but now you got to compose the greatest solo of all time through it, and you can't figure out why it's not locking exactly into the foundational components. It's honestly because your sense of phrasing and form is just out of whack, and it starts with understanding these little baby ones and systematically exposing yourself to the combinations, because it is finite from a harmonic perspective, 12-tone system stuff. But we're now about to build on top of that hilariously simple foundation, because that simple foundation is level 1 of the Turbo Booster.
It's great.
Yeah.
The Turbo Booster is great.
The Turbo Booster is a term I use to describe the skill set that is required in order to improvise and or compose through any harmonic rhythm. So we have a whole practice system for building this Turbo Booster. And the metaphor is, this is the vessel that you're going to use to traverse the cosmos. And the cosmos are the forms, and you can create your own forms, but we already have talked about this. You can study the classically ubiquitous forms to gain awareness of how you might create forms, but as you're studying these classically ubiquitous forms, you're running your turbo booster, your vessel, through the form and traversing the cosmos. Does that metaphor make sense? If not, just rewind it and watch it until it does, because it's very simple. So turbo booster is 3 levels of construction. So level 1 is that stupidly, hilariously simple thing we already did. No variation in rhythm, no variation in melody. This is purely for the purpose of ingraining the harmonic rhythm in your ear. Now, just to rug pull you, I'll show you what happens if you just do it on a different form, right? You know this one? How are you going to learn that sequence without doing your basic, hilariously simple level 1 turbo booster practice? That is ingraining, because you just heard that harmonic rhythm crystal clear. But we're going to keep it simple. We're going to stick to that 1-6-2-5. But that's an example of how this compounds, right? Because satellite is a different place in the cosmic universe. You got to build that vessel before you can go over there. You know what I'm saying? But level 1 applies to every planet that we'll visit throughout the galaxy. You know what I mean? Level 2, level 3, it's that spiral, right? Every place that you go is going to have these 3 levels of the turbo booster that need to be intact, so that you can land the plane, so that you can exit, so that you can full circle. You know what I'm saying? Keep going. So level 2 compounds so deeply, and you could spend ages on level 2. So you should. So level 2 is when we just take what we did on level 1. Okay, so we're compounding and rug pulling. This is deep stuff, right? So level 2, we just take that first pathway. Okay, so this is this. The pathway we chose on level 1 is this. That's a pathway. Okay, so we're going to keep that pathway. Now you're going to understand pathway when I compound that principle. But for now, we're just doing the hilariously joke meme pathway that all the students understand. It's a meme. It's a joke. This is hilarious. You should be laughing. But in level 2, we're going to compound that. And then in level 3, we're going to compound that. So level 2 is I'm going to keep the same pathway, but now I'm allowed to do rhythmic and melodic variation. But I keep the same pathway. So it's a parameter. I have to keep the same pathway. It's only 3 levels. Don't worry. Only 1 more to go. But keep that parameter. It's going to feel like, what? That's insane. It's like, no, watch, right? Going to slow it down to be more deliberate, right? Hear that. 3, 4. I shouldn't have to explain it, right? I shouldn't have to. You already, right? You get exactly what I did. Level 2, I did not do anything other than these. We all know these from the studies in the syllabus. We've systematically gone through all of these. You should do all your research. Think about the tribes. There's only 3 notes, open, close, 6 possible configurations. It's not that hard to freaking figure all this out. You just literally need to do the work. And then the result of doing the work is that you know you've done the work, and in the moment of your creative process, it compounds and you rocket boost it. All right, level 3, okay? Multiple pathways. Well, guess what? We only have 1 pathway. So to get to level 3, we actually need to go back to level 1 and create a new pathway. So here we go, compounding, compounding, compounding. So with level 1, with the new pathway, we have to play the same rhythm and melody, no variation. So then how's the pathway? Well, our first pathway was just parallel root position open, right? That pathway is defined as parallel root position open. right? That's the comically basic one. Parallel root position open is classic. It's the meme. A lot of this stuff kind of does feel like a meme because once you understand, it's just like a fundamental language that you live and breathe by. Like everything I'm about to say right now, it's just like gospel of voice leading. You know what I'm saying? So if that's my root position, that's where I start, right? I just start there. Why do I start there? I could start anywhere. Just start there, right? Open root position, right? But then I remember the gospel of voice leading, and that's going to create my next pathway for me. It's like, how can I go to the next chord in the sequence with the best possible voice leading? And we know from voice leading, you know, smooth transitions, moving as little as possible from one interval to the next, right? So then everything, it's all been ordained previously. So that voice leading, it's cliches on this point, man. But this is back in level 1, so I'm just doing that pathway in level 1. So now I've got... Now I can do another level 1 pathway. I could start up here, for example. How about I go... Oops, broke the rule of level 1 and played a rhythmic variation. But it's like, oh, there's another pathway. Wherever I start, I just follow the voice leading, and boom, everything's done, right? As soon as you add rhythmic variation, well, now you're slicing and dicing them. And then on a deeper level, you're just playing the harmonic rhythm as accurately as possible. And this goes back to the whole thing. This is the most important thing you need to do, right? Do you think anyone cares how many notes you can play? Nope, they only care that you can play flawlessly precise harmonic rhythm. That is the only thing that musicians that you collaborate need you to understand. And you can understand it on a comprehensively advanced level the way that we teach it.
The way that you guys lay it out has been like, okay, now I'm seeing like what's really going on here.
Okay, so we're going back to level 2, right? Because we got that second pathway. We're on our way to level 3. We haven't even actually gotten to level 3 yet, but we're back to level 2 with our second pathway. So let's practice our new little pathway here. How about this, right? Level 2 practice, right? It's a mentality. That means we can do rhythmic variation. That means we can do melodic variation on level 2. One pathway, but we get those 2 variation parameters and it sounds abundant, right? So like 3, 4. That's hard. I need to go slower at first, actually, right? 3, 4. See, I want to go to level 3. I'm getting ahead of myself. And this is part of the discipline. Just don't. Really lean into level 2 for a minute, right? Get comfortable playing the same exact pathway on level 2. Do not combine the pathways. Distinctly don't combine the pathways, right? It's a discipline of practice. And you can slow things down. Slowing things down is the whole point of everything, right? It's so beautiful to do that. It makes you so much better at music, right? Just go 3, 4. That's it. Like, try. Like, don't give up. You know what I mean? Like, really dig deep in the basics of, you got rhythm variation and melody variation on level 2. That is it. You got nothing else, kid. Although, where does it subvert the whole paradigm? Well, then you literally just do a different form, right? You do the same practice on a different form. I'm repeating myself on the spiral on purpose, because if you haven't figured this out yet, that's what... Let me just hack your brain real quick here. This would be a good time. You probably should join my program. Links in the description, website, everything you need to know, testimonials. What's stopping you, dude? Link in the description, book a call. Let's get on the freaking call. All right, now we can go to level 3 though. I'll let you go to level 3, kid! Combining the freaking pathways. So I was going to say, before even level 3, we can go back to level 2 and actually do one more additional pathway, which was the one I was just doing a minute ago, just over here. I'm going to acknowledge this, because on level 3, I can combine 2 pathways, 3 pathways, 4 pathways, 5 pathways. Level 3 is where you basically you built the turbo booster. Level 3 is a turbo booster. You built it, right? So let's go another level 2 before level 3 with this one, just like 3, 4. See, if I didn't practice that, I'm in trouble. I got to make sure I got that. So go back to level 1. And I can do different rhythms there on level 1. Like, level 1 is fun, you know? Ooh, that was a new pathway I went up. It's not really allowed to be on level 1. But I can also do stuff like this on level 1, right? Good, right? And also, so level 1 also, right? Right, level 1. All right, so going back to level 2 now, let's actually just jam that for a second. 3, 4. Right. Okay. We can go to level 3. It's going to be nasty. Oh, let's give a side hustle, side note, side point. We're not playing any chords right now. Oh my God. We're not playing fat shapes right now. What do you think happens when we start doing fat shapes, dude? Like, I can't even talk about it. Okay, back to level 3. I know you've been really excited to get to level 3 to finish the turbo booster, and I think you already know what it is. You could already just stop the video here and go and practice. You know exactly what level 3 is. You completely understand harmonic rhythm, and you literally now have the turbo booster. You have it built, and now you go compound it by traversing all the different forms across the cosmos, all the different harmonic rhythms across the cosmos. You need that turbo booster rock solid bulletproof before you can traverse all the harmonic rhythms of the cosmos and the universe. All right, let's get some level 3 right. 3, 4. You see that? What did I do? I just played level 3 down an octave. Level 3, man. That's a turbo booster. That's it. What was I doing? I was starting to play chromatic passing tones. I was playing some scales. It was all in the context of the 6 triad configurations through the form. Don't you understand what's going on? Don't you see what this is? Now you're improvising with quantifiable potency and precision. And now you can see why the ability to generate melodic vocabulary is really just the ability to articulate harmonic rhythm. Because you need notes and harmony to express the harmonic rhythm. And what you might have trouble accepting is that there is a hierarchy of notes that best support any given harmonic rhythm that can be simply defined as the triads. And then when you factor in those configurations, as I said, it's the bulletproof turbo booster foundation. Expanding beyond that, you know, with, like I said, chromatics and whatnot, tetrachords, pentatonics, eventually 7-note scales, fully extended chords, all of that must be in context of the primary components, which are the triad configurations. This is so freaking simply basic. The mentality of applying it, might as well hang out with me, get it as fast as possible. We have so much fun. The school is becoming what we always knew it would become. So that's sick. That's it. You build the turbo booster with just focusing on what we talked about in this video. We don't have to talk about rhythmic frameworks to understand this basic principle. However, you can probably see that my knowledge of rhythmic frameworks affects the way that I improvise and interpret the turbo booster in its 3 levels. And that's the whole point, you know, of composition and rhythmic frameworks, is that we're expanding our vocabulary by using frameworks, and those frameworks apply at every level of every dimension. Systems for creation. So if you haven't already, go to mentalitymusic.com/systems for creation. Watch everything, book a call with me, and stop avoiding the work that I'm going to make it as easy as humanly possible to do as fast as ever, and you'll have it forever, and it will be the greatest investment you've ever made in yourself. So speak to you soon, brother.